live from Studio A, the 6:30 Show with Dave Gray.
Thank you so much. I can't believe it. Thank you. You tuned in. I love you people. Tonight, we have my favorite guest. Yes, it's quite a treat here on the set. In the studio with us right now, we have Courtney. Now, who's Courtney? Courtney is the most beautiful, the most mesmerizing woman that you will ever meet. Yes, she set the entire county of Dane on fire on WJJO, and now she joins us here. Why? Because she's one hot actress. Yes, she's been there. Yes, she's done that, and I mean that. Let me tell you, she's here tonight to share with us what it's like to be, I guess, a porn star. And I should tell you this right up front. When you call in, you can be as naughty as you want to, but if you say something dirty, I'm going to come to your house and kill you, all right? Keep your calls legit. Remember, we want to be nice, because Courtney is one of the nicest people who ever lived, and she agreed to come on this show with me. Hi, Courtney. How are you?
I'm very good.
Nice to see you. Now, Courtney is your name. That's what we'll call you. People heard you on WJJO as Blaze.
Correct.
Correct. And they know that you are a former adult film star. That's what I should say, right?
Yes.
And you made how many films?
29 films altogether.
29 films. So I'm guessing that was over a span of like 10 years? I don't know.
2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
So they make these things fairly quickly then?
I could have been working 4 days a week, but I spaced it out. So.
Because you needed some rest in between there. Good money or not? Is there?
It pays pretty well. If you have a name for yourself, you make more, but I did amateur videos.
Amateur. Okay, here's the big thing I want to know. If you got paid, now, how was it an amateur video, and what is the difference between amateur and professional videos?
Okay, Vivid, the company Vivid, Playboy
Sure.
company would be professional.
Okay.
Anything for Sin City or J&M Productions, John Bowen, Wicked Entertainment, they have an amateur line.
Okay. So you were doing the amateur videos, but you worked
Correct.
with some big stars. We're going to get to that. By the way, you can give us your calls at 270-9933. Talk to Courtney, as you know, we're on JJO Blaze. Courtney, you are currently working. If somebody wanted to see you right now, you're working as a dancer, am I correct?
Correct. Tonight I'll actually be working at Paradise City in Baraboo, and then I work at the Vegas Club in Janesville, Wednesday and Thursday afternoons.
And as far as I'm concerned, all of Janesville is very much like Vegas.
Is
that just
so.
me? Oh, it's beautiful. It really is. If you get a chance, get out there. Now, when you made these films, when you went out there, because people should know this too, you, Courtney, have a degree in psychology, correct?
Correct.
Did you have that degree when you headed out to Los Angeles, California?
No, I grew up in California, and that's where I got my degree from.
What made you say, okay, I'm going to go into this business? Because to me, obviously, I've been asked. I mean, look at how I'm built, and people are always wondering, Dave, when are you going to make one? But I've got to know, what made you say, I mean, you're beautiful, and that's obvious, but what made you feel like it was okay to go into this industry or feel like you wanted to?
I was coming home from school, and I stopped at Subway Sandwich Shop, and
that does it to everybody.
Yeah,
and a gentleman said, how did you get that whole 12-inch, never mind, go ahead.
So he liked the way I looked, and I wasn't 21, so he offered to take me out to dinner.
But you weren't 21?
No.
But you can make these when you're not 21?
18.
18 years old? Mm-hmm. Gotta keep that in mind. I don't know why, really. We've got Greg. Greg, how are you?
I'm doing all right. How about you, Dave?
I could not be any better, but I think more importantly, I think you should ask Courtney how she's doing.
How are you doing, Courtney?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
What's up, Greg?
I just want to say, Dave, I really like your show, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you guys watching, but it is people like you and people like Courtney who make this show work, okay? So please keep watching no matter what, okay?
Courtney's burning
and
a
Greg,
fatty.
do you have a question involving the adult entertainment industry?
Yeah, I was wondering, what's the most amount of guys that Courtney's had sex with on one day?
Okay.
3.
3?
Correct.
3, and the record is somewhere around, thanks for the call, by the way, Greg, somewhere around like 300, correct?
300.
Good God.
I'm not anywhere close.
No. That just doesn't sound like fun to me, because you got that, and then you got that Sting guy. I don't know if you know, Sting says he has 7-hour orgasms.
I've never met him, thank God.
No, and I think that's why I call him Sting. Because after a while, I don't want to do anything for 7 hours. I don't want to go to work for 7 hours. Jason is online too. Jace.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, how are you? It's me, Dave, and right here, of course, the lovely, the talented Courtney /Blaze.
That's right.
Hi, Jason.
Hey, Courtney, how you doing?
Very good, and yourself?
I'm doing pretty good tonight.
Excellent.
Hey, listen, I'm under the assumption that you have many boyfriends.
No, I don't have many boyfriends. I don't really have time for boyfriends.
You know, I'm cutting you off, Jace, because I don't think it's fair to make the assumption that because you worked in that industry that then you are promiscuous. Because you worked in an industry where they say it's a very close-knit, very well-tested industry, and we're going to get to that right after this break. So we're going to take a commercial break, and I'm going to thank you again for being this close to me, because I've never had an attractive woman be this close to me before. We'll be back after the bloodsuckers suck all the money out of our station. Thanks. And And the 6:30 show is back on the air to save your life. Yes, as I said last week, Sly can play in traffic because we control the male 18 to 34 demographic with the help of Courtney. Hi, Courtney. How are you?
Hi.
It's nice to see you again.
Very
I just keep
good.
having to remind myself you're actually here, and this is another one of those sick dreams I have. We've got Rick. Hey, Rick. Rick, you got an interesting question. Say it. Ask it. Go.
Hey, Courtney, do you, was a regular person that wants to start out in, let's say, that kind of industry, do they have to audition for that, for whatever, part they would have to do?
You do if you're a guy. You have to send in pictures, and your audition.
Are they headshots? Well, that sounds odd. No, you send in the pictures, and
Okay,
then,
just
what was
a
your
full physique, just
Okay.
a general appearance.
Sure. And then
for
when-
girls, if you send in a full picture, that's it. That's all you have to do, and you're either hired or you're not.
But guys have to.
You have to actually do a type of audition for
You can say it. Go ahead. I don't care.
endurance and time queuing.
Oh, you mean
if
like
will.
running?
Yeah.
Oh, so they go ahead and just say. It's medical terms. We can say it. They have to go
They
a
have
certain
to
amount of
be-
time without.
Ejaculating
Yes,
before
and then
they have to
and
come.
then you told me they have to do it on cue.
Yeah.
So and then they have to come to the studio and do that. That's bizarre. Let's go to Mark on line 2. Hey, Mark.
Hey, I got a question for Courtney. I was just wondering what kind of money she made doing it per film.
It varies per film depending on what you actually have to do within the film, how many people you're with, and how long it takes.
So for instance, thank you, man. Okay, impolite. So for instance, hi, camera. So for instance, if you are let's say there with 2 guys, you would get paid how much?
More than with one guy.
Okay. How about on basic cable with a heavier gentleman?
Okay, basic cable Spice Channel.
No, I was thinking of me. But that was out of line, and I'm sorry. That's not the kind of question. I promised myself I would not do that. And so, of course, I go and I do it. Jason, how are you?
I'm okay.
Are you the same Jason from before?
No.
Okay, cool. Go ahead, Jason. What question?
What is the most interesting part about doing these kind of films for you?
Well, that's for you. I'm sorry. You go ahead.
Well, Jason, I don't know. I think it would be the fact that you get to show up at a regular job, you shake everybody's hand, introduce yourself, and in about 5 minutes, you are completely naked, and you're there to do your job.
So
That
you
sounds
enjoy
terrible.
being in the nude?
I love my job, so yes, very much.
Jason, have you seen very many or any pornographic films?
Yes, most definitely.
Most definitely. And who is your favorite adult film star?
I don't have any.
Okay. Well, that's all right. That's probably why he watches the movies. If I didn't have any, I guess I'd have to watch the movies either. I do luckily have some, and I'm sending the picture in of them next week. Allison?
Hi.
Hi, Allison.
I wanted to ask Courtney if she's bisexual.
Yes, I am.
And I also wanted to ask you...
What is that exactly? I don't get how that works. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Are you a dancer at Visions?
I used to be. I'm working at the Vegas Club and at Paradise City now, and I work for a company called Exotic Dancers, which is for private parties.
Okay, because you looked familiar to me. Did you used to go under a different name?
No, Courtney.
Courtney always?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks, Courtney.
Thank you.
Thank you, Allison. I'm just waiting for a caller who's not touching himself. Let's, you know what? I'm taking this call, and everything and all logic in the world, so you know at home, tell me not to. Go ahead and ask your question, Mark.
Yeah, this is Mark, the marathon runner.
Okay.
Is that, you know Mark the Marathon Runner?
I don't think so.
Neither do I, but I'll pretend. Hey, Mark, good to hear from you,
How
buddy.
you guys doing?
Very well.
All right.
Go ahead, man.
Hey, Courtney, what's your favorite position?
My favorite position would be on all fours.
All right, Mark, thanks. Take care. I'm going to pretty quickly take a break here and try and get some of the blood to return to the upper half of my body. As we take a shot, I was at Gold's Gym earlier this week from what I can remember, and you'll see what happened. This is interesting because I got a challenge. I got to see this. Look, I'm telling you, the treadmills, the lifting, I'm ready. I could die. I'm sick and tired. I want some. You know what I mean? I'm in shape.
Dave, you're getting there, and I'll tell you what, it's time for a challenge. I have someone that I think is your equal in every way.
Oh, you go Goldberg. Goldberg.
Not
yeah.
Goldberg, not Goldberg. More agile than
Oh,
Goldberg.
Van Damme with the kicking and the, you want some
Faster than Van Damme.
faster? Oh, I know who you got. You got that Ron Dane. Bring him on, the Great Dane. I'll stop the Dane train.
Tougher than Ron Dane. This person is so tough, I shake when they come
Ron,
around.
You're a black belt. What the heck are you talking about? You're a black
This
belt.
person's been with me since the beginning.
What?
I'll tell you, this person is so scary that I'm frightened sometimes about
You do
it.
what this person says?
I do anything this person
And
says.
it's me and this person head to head?
Yes. And I'll tell you, I think this will be a tough match for you.
I gotta
Prove
get
your whole
ready.
manhood here, Dave.
I gotta get ready. This is it?
This is it. This is the Rocky Balboa, the fight of the century right here.
I'm out of here. I'm gonna go get ready.
Okay.
Thanks, Rob.
I don't know if Dave knows this, but this person's my mom.
And we are back on the 6:30 show with Dave Gray, carrying TVW, period. Put it all on my shoulders. And I understand we have a semi-important caller. Should we take the call?
Definitely.
It's a mystery caller. Hi there, Mr. Line 6. Who are you?
Hi, sweetie. How are you?
Hey, baby.
Hey, sexy.
He's talking to me.
Okay.
Hang on. I just had a very funny feeling somewhere down below my waist. Hi, Blaze. It's Johnny, codename Big Daddy.
I know. How are you, sexy?
We miss you on the show, and we wish you'd come back on JJO.
You know, it's interesting
Definitely. I'll be there next week.
Hey,
and
John.
I love the nose ring. That's nice.
Johnny,
Thank you.
babe, it's interesting that your code name is Big Daddy. Is that the same way that they call giant bikers tiny? Yeah,
well,
it's just
with
gonna.
Jason Fink, yeah. Hey, Dave, we're at Hooters. We're watching you. We got a giant party over here of Dave Gray fans. Let's give it up, Hooters. Hey, Dave.
Thank you.
Dave, we have one question for the incredibly talented Courtney Blaze.
Go ahead.
Does she, anything over a foot, does she get hazard pay?
I don't touch anything over a foot. It might hurt.
Well, then
Which is why you don't see us sitting that close. All right? I'm hanging up on you. Why do you always have to do this to me? He's ruining my career. Get him off of there. All right. Okay. Career. Boy, I'm putting that in quotes, too. I got to ask you a question.
Okay.
How do your parents feel about this whole thing?
They don't really approve too much. The dancing they're okay with. The videos were a little touchy. So.
Were they? I bet they were touchy. Otherwise, people wouldn't have read them. We got Ginger. Hello, Ginger.
Dave.
Hi, Ginger.
Ginger.
You know, I love the fat man, Dave.
Well, Ginger, I'm two women liking me at once. I don't know how much I get paid for that. You got to give me a pay scale on that.
All right.
I have a question for Courtney.
Okay.
Go with it.
You mentioned that you are a psychologist, or you went through psychology in college, and I'm
Correct.
wondering how you reconcile your education with your occupation. Have you actually explored your motivations for going into this industry?
I went into the industry before I actually started my psychology program. I've changed my major several times. It got me through school. I've enjoyed both my degree and my job. I think they mix very well, sociology and psychology, with the industry I'm in.
And did you get into it for the money? Or was it
No.
more to act out on a fantasy?
It was more to see what there was in life, and I enjoyed it. I had a great time. So.
Well, my last question for you is, how would someone go about becoming a fluffer?
A lover, you do need to call a company in California, and they hook you up with that work.
Actually, hold on one second. Well, I have to talk to. Great job. All right, I just wanted to thank mine. Thank you for calling in. All right, and if you don't know what is at home, go on the net and they'll tell you. We got John calling in. John?
Yeah, Courtney.
John,
was
you're
wondering
gonna
if
love this
you,
question. John, before you ask this question, I never in all my life thought I would even read this. Go ahead.
Courtney,
Okay.
have you ever done any foot fetish type films?
No.
Thanks,
no.
John. Good question, though.
Foot
wow.
fetish.
That shows you we control that foot fetish demographic that everybody's after. Oh, my God. Would you do them, though? Would you?
Sure.
How are your feet? Can you put a foot up here? Would that be a lot to ask her? That's a
covered in
boot,
boots,
really, but that's
so.
okay, too, for me, really. Let's go to 4. I have a little kid again. Hi, Anne-Marie.
Hey.
Hi.
How are you, Anne-Marie? Do you know Anne-Marie?
Visions?
Maybe.
Tease?
Okay. Hi, Tease. How are you?
Fine. I want to know why you stopped working there.
They would not let me work at Visions if I was doing private parties for exotic dancers.
There you go. So that's another thing where it kind of crosses over. Thank you, Anne-Marie. Hey, I got to ask you, this is a very important question to me. You worked with Ron Jeremy.
Correct.
He's a big fat guy.
Correct.
Yeah, which right away makes me like him. and he's got the same Gilbert Brown thing, some reason I like him too. But he's also known as being one of the biggest stars, in more than one way, biggest stars in the industry. Was it a scary, frightening experience?
Ron Jeremy himself is a scary experience when you don't know who he is.
Yeah.
His personality helps to take care of it. He puts you at ease and he promises he'll be gentle.
Okay. Well, I'm going to put you at ease and be very gentle as we take this break. We will be back after the 2.5 minutes of commercials. I should be 5, 6 times done. Hey, for those of you who are fans of the 630 show, as many of you are at Hooters, you want to leave me some mail. Dave630 at tvwnet.com. You can also go to my website, which is smartypants, spelled with a Z, smartypants.net, and find out more about me. So remember that. Please do both. You have a home computer. Please use it for something more than looking at just Blaze. Blaze, by the way, I would like to present you with this very special Dave Gray 630 show sex toy. And you use that however you want to. It's none of my business. Now, Anthony, I think, has a question for me. Anthony?
This is Josh.
Well, I'm hanging up on you then, because Anthony evidently hung up. Anthony, good question. Do you fake orgasms? Which I'm guessing in the pornographic industry you had to.
You do.
But like now in life, do you?
No. It's not worth it.
Yeah, why? Yeah, why put that much effort in?
If they don't do it right, they've got to change it.
And that's, you said that to me 6, 7 times. Do you remember? You're like, I was like, lower back problems. Ted?
Uh-huh.
How are you?
Good.
Now, Ted, is your question for me?
No, it was for Courtney.
Oh, okay. Well, then go ahead, ask it.
I guess what I was wondering is, on the male end of the porn industry, they can't really fake what's happening.
Correct.
I was wondering do the females get into it more for a perversion or some other type of fantasy, not necessarily to fake, but, for acting or playing out, or, is there something more there than just for the money?
Good question.
I can't speak for other girls. There's a lot of girls in the industry who only are after the money, and that's why they do it. I enjoyed it. I could not do enough films.
And it's so weird because so quickly the money's shot.
It is.
Yeah.
It really doesn't last. You get accustomed to spending that much money, so.
Oh, money. Never mind. This is more interesting questions. You guys are filling up the lines like crazy, but I have to know, now that you do have a psychology background, as you go through this, have you analyzed anything and said, okay, this is what made me decide to go into this industry? This is what made me go towards this?
I think so.
And what do you think it is?
There was a problem. I did not enjoy sexual experiences as much as I thought I should be enjoying them. And so jumping into the industry was a way to explore that whole world that most people don't talk about.
Sure.
And so I know that's why I did it, is because I was curious. And there's nothing psychologically deep-rooted in my brain to make me hate myself or anything.
Can you tell me what psychological thing makes it so that I'm in love with you and pledge my undying love to you till I pass out?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm sorry. Producer's yelling at me. I can't help it. All right. We've got John. John?
Yep.
We already covered your question. I'm cutting you off. All right. We're going to Ted. Ted? This isn't Ted anymore, is it?
No, it's Dave.
Dave?
Yeah.
How are you, Dave?
I'm just fine.
Dave,
I
what's your
actually had
question?
kind of an offbeat question for her.
Okay.
All right.
Do you ever get sick of people when they first meet you just judging you and asking questions of you on the basis of your sexuality?
I don't get tired of the questions. I think people should ask questions about everything, whether they agree with the answers or not. I do get tired of people judging my character upon my profession, because I'm more than that.
That's like I said to you today, that's one thing I didn't want to do on tonight's show, was just talk about that. Because it's very easy, obviously, to do that. And I've oftentimes paid more than $3 a minute to do that. But what I want to do first is go to that chat, because I look better on that one, thanks. And also thank you for coming out here today and talking with us. And tell you that I think that people need to actually find out the person you are. Because on JJO sometimes I think, and don't get me wrong, JJO, my favorite radio station, and I love Johnny. Love you, Johnny. I wish you'd clean up a little bit. I'm glad you've gotten off the stuff. I just want to say that I think that you're a great person and not just somebody to be used and looked at as an object. So I really appreciate you coming out here today. It was very nice of you. And